this part only. So diagnosis part. Earlier we covered this part, but still few of you were complaining like it was scored very fast, and therefore again this need to be refreshed, and therefore we are heading. If you feel like a previous 2 or 3 or few slides were moved fast and you was not able to understand that, you can straight away tell me. Okay, I'll revise that also. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I have to be in position to understand the subject. That is more important. Okay, I can give even more hours for that. So now we were in place of diagnosing. Okay, uh, we discussed like what is dystocia, what is the cause of dystocia, especially in case of small animal pets, and what are the fetal factors, what are the maternal factors. Okay, because in pets you will see some sort of deviation to the bovines and all. So we discussed that to enough extent. Now the diagnosis part is very important, especially in case of dog. Okay, you will see a lot of cases right here. So before going to that diagnosis part and criteria, why should we examine the dog? What is the criteria? When should we think of diagnosis, and when should we think of exploration, or you can say manipulation. Okay, medical manipulation के बारे में हम कब सोचें? तो उसके लिए suppose somebody came to you with normal sense like yes, the animal has completed 62 or 63 days or so, and then you cannot immediately jump to a conclusion that it is a dystocia, or we need to examine the beach per vaginally, or we should take some blood parameter. So you cannot jump into the conclusion until unless you have certain criteria which makes you feel like yes, there is something abnormal. Okay, because in normal population this doesn't happen. So before going to that, एक बात दिमाग में अच्छे से डाल लो आप सारे कि पेट के केस में जो वेल्पिंग का एक क्राइटेरिया है या वेल्पिंग की अप्रोच है वो एकदम अलग होती है नॉर्मल एनिमल्स में. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दो या तीन चीजें बहुत ज्यादा पेकुलियर है पेट्स में, लाइक progesterone level maintains the pregnancy. I mean, it is a pregnancy maintaining hormone, right? So in case of pets also, in case of dog also, it does the same. But just before 24 to 48 hours before, the progesterone level drops down to less than 2 nanogram per ml, right? So what it indicates means the maturation had occurred. Now you have to intervene. If it is coming normally, if suppose it is pasteurization is going on normally, then it's okay. Otherwise, if you don't see, in case of dog, two things are there. You cannot remove the puppy before the maturation, I mean before the term, because their precautious delivery is there. You know that they are still in stage of development while parturition. आपने देखा होगा कि बहुत दिन तक उनकी आंखें नहीं खुलती हैं, and they are very, I mean, you have to handle them. Okay, so it is observed that last 72 hours are very crucial for the development of internal organs of a pup. Okay, so suppose you remove the fetus by means of suppose cesarean section, or any other activity, you gave medical treatment for removal of the fetus, and suppose it is not on the due date. I mean, you removed a fetus 72 hours. हेलो, आवाज आ रही है आप सभी को?
Yes, sir.
ओके.
Yes, sir.
व्हाट वी आर डिस्कसिंग कि दो तीन फीचर्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं कि स्पेशली पेट के उसमें डिलीवरी में, पास्चुरेशन में. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, सब immediately there will be drop of progesterone. Suppose that is a sign of maturity. Suppose you made delivery possible just suppose 72 hours or even 90 hours before the maturation time. Okay, so when the progesterone level was still high, so what will happen? The internal organ get developed during this last 48 to 72 hours, right? So if you do it before, the pup born may have some survival problem. I mean, it may or may not survive because the internal organ are not fully developed. Okay, so that is one thing. And the second thing, suppose the gestation is prolonged, means the progesterone level dropped down, and still the delivery had not occurred. I mean, the parturition whelping has not occurred. Still, the fetus is there only. That is again a fatal condition. Okay, because uh, you know what type of placenta is there in case of dogs? The type of placenta in case of dog is Jonary. Okay, so
Jonas.
yes, Jonary. So it get detaches immediately after the maturation. So once the progesterone level drop down, maturation has occurred. Now the separation will start very speedy, in a speedy way. So what will happen? The pup or fetus inside the uterus don't have any other source of nutrition or oxygenation or anything other than the placenta. So suppose the placenta is getting detached. Okay, so the volume or share of nutrition is going down. You're getting my point. So now the fetus may die out of starvation. That you need to understand properly, right? So एक ड्यू डेट या मेचुरेशन के पहले भी अगर आपने पार्चुरेशन इंड्यूस कराया या ऑपरेशन से निकाला तो इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स उतने ज्यादा डेवलप नहीं हो पाएंगे. ओके, और सर्वाइवल एक एक इशू हो जाएगा. फीटस मे नॉट सर्वाइव, राइट, बिकॉज ऑफ द इल डेवलपमेंट और माल डेवलपमेंट और ऑफ फीटल सर्टेन ऑर्गन्स. ठीक है, कुछ वाइटल ऑर्गन्स. उसके बाद अगर सपोज एक ड्यू डेट के बाद अगर आपने डिले कर दिया पार्चुरेशन में, तो अगेन प्लेसेंटल सेपरेशन स्टार्ट हो जाता है, और प्लेसेंटल सेपरेशन होने के बाद फीटस विल डाई आउट ऑफ स्टारवेशन. उसको और कोई न्यूट्रिशन का सोर्स है नहीं. तो आप एक टाइम जैसे ही पूरा हुआ टाइम आपको देखना है. अगर नॉर्मल पार्चुरेशन होता है वेल एंड गुड, अगर नहीं तो आपको इंटरवेंशन करना ही पड़ेगा बाय मींस ऑफ मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट और सिजेरियन और एनी अदर मींस, राइट. सो एक चीज ये आप समझ लो. दूसरा, when we advise several owners, like owner used to ask us, okay, that how we can determine that the bitch is about to pursurate, because they don't know the hormonal assay, progesterone level, estrogen level, or this and that. They simply need a very very easy way to explain that yes, the beach is going to deliver. So temperature, dropping of temperature to 1 degree, at least 1 degree, just before 24 hours is the landmark. Okay, so what you will you advise to owners that ठीक है, आप मान के चलते हैं कि क्रॉस होने के 62 डेज. ऑफ कोर्स इट इज नॉट द 62 डेज फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ क्रॉसिंग, इट इज 62 डेज फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ LS. लेकिन आप ओनर को ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते हो. तो आप क्या बोलोगे कि इस क्रॉसिंग के 62 डेज से 2 दिन पहले, सपोज 60 डेज, सो व्हाट यू डू, मॉर्निंग और इवनिंग आप रेक्टल टेम्परेचर लेना स्टार्ट करें. और जिस दिन आपको 1 डिग्री का ड्रॉप आ रहा है, आप ये मान के चलिए कि 24 to 48 आवर्स में देयर आर चांसेस दैट द बीच में वेल. ओके, सो नाउ इतनी जानकारी लेकर हम क्या डायग्नोसिस पे हम क्या कर सकते हैं? इतनी जानकारी लेकर हम डायग्नोसिस पे ये कर सकते हैं, सपोज प्रोजेस्टेरोन लेवल डाउन, ओके, स्टिल देयर इज नो साइन ऑफ पार्चुरेशन. Okay, now you can make a question mark that it may be a case of dystocia, and then you will go for physical or clinical examination of a bitch. Okay, Then suppose owner said that the temperature dropping of temperature was noticed yesterday or day before yesterday. Now you can put a question mark that why the perturbation has not occurred yet. So now you can explore further, like okay, examination is needed. Third, suppose temperature dropped and then suddenly increased. Okay, so fluctuation is there, temperature fluctuation is there, then again it is a alarming sign and you have to examine the dam, the beach. Okay, and then the fourth is vaginal discharge. Vaginal discharge means vaginal discharge of like light to dark greenish discharge means the second water bag has ruptured. Okay, and because ruptured means the perforation, the sign, I mean the progression of perforation has occurred. Rupturing a membrane, amniotic membrane means the fetus has reached up to at least cervix or so. Okay, but now it is not coming out. Means there must be some, position defect in fetus. Maybe a deviation of head, maybe oversized head, maybe lateral deviation, medial deviation of head, or maybe deviation of forelimb or so. Okay, so it will be clear in subsequent classes, but you try to understand that okay, discharge had started but fetus is not coming out, means there must be something wrong going on in with respect to fetal position, right? So that's how you have to examine. अगर वेजाइनल डिस्चार्ज के लिए ओनर बोल रहा है आपने भी देखा वेजाइनल डिस्चार्ज है, इसका मतलब बच्चे को बाहर आना चाहिए, तब आप जाओगे एग्जामिनेशन करने बीच का. क्लियर? Okay, then next point is suppose more than 8 hours occurred and still there is no perforation. I mean the bitch is taking labor pain and showing all sort of this first stage perforation events, but still there is no yielding. So now you can expect that there must be a dystocia or fetal malposition or any abnormality, and then you will check. So these are the points when you will do clinical examination. Okay, then second stage going more than 24 hours, 12 to 24 hours. Okay, so in that case also you will see that. Then suppose you see fetal membrane coming out of the vulva, so it means the first stage has started, second stage also started, but the fetus is not coming. Again, you can put a question mark. Yes, definitely either the size of head is more, fetal disparity, or you can more preferably say feto-maternal disproportionation, or there is some deviation of neck, head, or limbs, so that you can figure out. Then sign of systemic illness. Suppose the which has developed some toxemic signs. She had fever and lethargy, everything. So now it cannot put normal efforts which are needed to expel out a fetus. So again, you have to intervene, you have to examine. Now, that is the basic or basis where you can start clinical or medical examination, right? Now, you can take help of other diagnostic tools like radiography. So radiography, so fetal head, in case of fetal disproportionation, you can figure out the by measuring the fetal head and the maternal quadrants. Means what is the pelvimetric analysis, and then fetal diameter is very useful tool, so that you can make a decision that okay, the fetus uh, can be kept out. I mean it may come outside by natural forces, or the disparity is there or disproportionation is there, and then we have to go for cesarean. Now the X-ray can tell you the number of fetuses, means litter size. They can tell you the litter size. Okay. and they can tell you this diagnosis can tell you the fetus is dead or live by means of overriding. Means if dead fetus are there, they can override to each other. So that is again a sign. Okay. Now, as I told you, ESG that also measures the fetal size, and then it can more efficiently tell you the viability of fetus. That whether the fetal heart rate uh, can be measured, and then you can explain to the owner or to yourself that yes, the fetus is live. Okay. Now coming to detailed.
सर
Yes,
सर ओवरराइड ऑफ हेड वाला पॉइंट एक बार फिर से एक्सप्लेन करें.
overriding. Overriding is
यस
nothing.
सर.
See, when suppose the fetus is dead, okay. So now the parts will overlap. Normally, the live fetus, they will make a proper distance to each other. But once the fetus is died, it is not having viability. Then one fetus may override. Override means एक के ऊपर एक, जो आप हिंदी में बोलते हो, ठीक है, वन ओवर अनदर. तो दो फीटस या फीटल पार्ट्स एक दूसरे के ऊपर आपको मिल जाएंगे, राइट. सो नाउ कमिंग टू द डिटेल्ड क्लिनिकल एग्जामिनेशन. क्या क्लिनिकल एग्जामिनेशन आप करोगे? व्हाट यू विल सी? सपोज दीज कंडीशंस वर देयर, प्रोस्टेरोन लेवल डाउन हो गया, 48 आवर्स हो गए, अभी भी फीटस पार्चुरेशन का कोई साइन नहीं है, या फिर टेम्परेचर ड्रॉप हो गया 1 डिग्री, फिर भी कोई साइन नहीं है पार्चुरेशन के, टेम्परेचर डाउन हुआ फिर बढ़ गया, या फीटल मेम्ब्रेन हैंगिंग है वल्वा से, या वाटर बैग रप्चर हुआ, you got some discharge, and then another condition, 6 to 8 hours or 12 hours or 24 hours, the beach is continuously straining, or she is straining for 1 or 2 hours, again she is taking rest. So अगर ऐसी सारी कंडीशन है तो ये इंडिकेटिव है दैट हमें क्लिनिकल एग्जामिनेशन करना चाहिए. कैसे करेंगे क्लिनिकल एग्जामिनेशन? सो रेडियोग्राफी के माध्यम से, ultrasonographic examination, and then third is normal physical examination, means PV, per vaginal examination, because these are small animal, the vaginal size is not that much, so we can put our finger, lubricated gloved finger can be kept inside the vaginal canal to see certain very characteristic things like what is there a vaginal canal is elastic or not. आप फिंगर डालते ही आपको ये पता चल जाएगा कि इसमें इलास्टिसिटी कितनी है. Sorry. That will tell you that whether maturity has occurred or it is delayed case, right? Then that is one. Second, you can find out, second very important point, you can find out whether the cervix is open or not. Okay, if the finger is moving across the cervix smoothly, now you can say yes, the cervix is open. Suppose you are encountering a closure there, so it means the cervix is closed. So why this cervix opening and closing is so important? क्यों हम इतना ज़्यादा बॉदर कर रहे हैं कि cervix close है तो देखना है, open है तो? कोई आंसर?
सर पार्चुरेशन के टाइम क्योंकि सर्विक्स ओपन हो जाता है जेस्टेशन पीरियड
नहीं नहीं,
पूरा हो जाने के बाद.
वो नॉर्मली होता है, बट यहाँ पर हम सर्विक्स क्लोज या ओपन इसलिए देखेंगे कि हमारा ट्रीटमेंट इसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. हम कोई भी ऐसा टोकोलाइटिक ड्रग्स या कोई ऐसा जिससे यूट्रस का स्टिमुलेशन हो, वो तब नहीं देंगे अगर सर्विक्स क्लोज है. ओके. मैंने आपको एक बार शायद बताया भी होगा कि बैंडल्स रिंग डिस्टोकिया के बारे में. ओके, इन केस ऑफ दिस ट्रीटमेंट एस्पेक्ट वी विल डिस्कस दैट आल्सो. But right now you try to understand, we have to see by per vaginal examination the elasticity of cervix, vaginal canal, and then whether the cervix is open or closed. And suppose the cervix is open, then do you feel any fetal part, maybe paw, maybe head? So if you are feeling this head portion on the tip of your finger, so now that is how you have to put your finger, maybe index finger or middle finger, to assess the elasticity or opening or closing of cervix. Okay. So this is how putting your thumb and other fingers, you can do a slight milking, or you can feel, or you can palpate whether the fetus is there or not. But of course, uh, this should be practiced by a very skilled person, and person who knows how to handle these cases. Otherwise, excessive pressure may cause some damaging effect. Okay, so this is how you have to handle this. So we completed this canine dystocia, right? We'll simply shift to the bovine dystocia, especially, okay, large animal dystocia, and we will again classify, right? We'll classify it. We'll see in case of maternal dystocia, what are the position, presentation, all those things. In maybe it may take 15 to 20 minutes only. Okay, so we'll reschedule again. I mean, join the same meeting again. Okay, so right now I'm ending this.